Okay, Google, how's the weather today?
Hey, what's up guys? It's Driver here with Tech for Everyday People, and today we're talking about smartwatches, specifically the LG G Watch. Is it any good? Is it worth buying? Is it even ready right now for regular people to use every day? Let's find out. Okay, so smartwatches have actually been around for a little while now. It mostly started with a company called Pebble that set up a Kickstarter campaign and it went crazy. Now they ended up putting out a watch that for the most part just gave you the notifications from your phone on your wrist. At that point you simply decided, is it worth taking the phone out or not? And that's all well and good. In my eyes, when I saw that, that's all I really wanted the watch to do. Now fast forward to this year, and Android put out what they call Android Wear, which is software that goes on these watches, these smartwatches, that lets you actually interact with those messages. So when you get a text message, you can actually reply via voice, and it works for the most part pretty well. Same thing with emails. You can check your weather, all these different things on there. Now the biggest problem with that is that Android, being a Google company, and it is really popular, I mean they're a huge company, with the mainstream people it didn't really take off. Most people, and I mean the majority of people, didn't know anything about smartwatches until Apple just this month, or just last month, showed the Apple Watch. And it's amazing that that company hasn't actually put it out, nobody has tried it, nothing at all, but they showed it and now everybody's talking about smartwatches. Gotta love the power of marketing.
Okay, so I'm about to leave my house right now, and I'm asking the watch to give me directions to my sister's house. Now, her address is actually saved in my phone, so it should, in theory, be able to do that. But watch what happens when I try to do this. Okay, Google, give me directions to Tanya's house. See, it's saying it's offline, even though I know it's connected. My phone's got data connection right now, so everything should be working, but for some reason it said nope. Now let's try something else. Okay, Google, show me the weather. Now you see, it's giving me the weather, so obviously it's connected and it's working properly, but when I asked for those directions, it just didn't feel like doing it. Okay, so as you can see, it's actually giving me a reminder there right now, and what it's showing me is that I have to go to my little brother's football game today in his school. So we're gonna ask the watch right now for directions to that school. Let's see if that works better. Okay, Google, give me directions to the C.W. Davis Middle School. There we go. So that works just fine. It's going to give me the directions there, and it actually activates on my phone too. So all the driving directions will be there and also on my wrist. Now every time a turn comes up, it's going to vibrate one time on my wrist to let me know to look at the watch if I really want to, and then right before the turn it vibrates twice. Okay, Google, remind me to check the pasta in 12 minutes. Okay, so I actually just got a call from Kelly telling me that I need to pick something up on my way home tonight. So let's set a reminder with the watch for that. Okay, Google, remind me when I leave C.W. Davis Middle School to stop and buy cilantro. There you go, the reminder's been set. Now, unfortunately, I said remind me when I leave the middle school, and I'm pretty sure it's going to remind me when I get to it. So I'm going to try a little bit differently when I get there and see if I can tell it like when I leave this place or something like that. But right now it's going to remind me to pick that up, but it's going to remind me when I get to the football game, not when I'm leaving there. At least it'll have a reminder on the watch, which is handy enough. But it would be nice if it could remember to do it when I actually leave that place. That'd be even better. But let's give it a try. This is the first time that I've used it this way, so let's see what happens. And just as I thought, I just pulled into the school and I'm being reminded about stopping to buy cilantro. So it didn't tell me to do it when I left here. It reminded me to do it when I got here. Close enough, I guess. I'll just leave it there so I don't forget when I leave to go pick that up. Okay, Google, send Nick Gallagher a text. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you get a text message. Now, right now, as far as I know, the only app that works for texting is the Google Hangouts app. So you have to switch from the built-in SMS app on your phone over to Google Hangouts, which is not a big deal, but I wish it would just work with any text messaging app. Now, once you get the message, you can scroll up to see it, and then you can scroll this way, and it says reply via SMS. Now, if I click on that, it's telling me to speak right away, but if I scroll up really quickly, I have all these short little answers that I can click here, and when I do, it'll just send that message to him. But let's go back down to the voice. No worries, I won't. And that's it, just like that, it replies, sends the message over, and you're done. Okay, Google, convert $10 into Dominican pesos. There you go, so it gives me that answer right away. Let's try something else. How do you say French fries in French? Again, that's something that I think would be handy, just translating that way. If you're in a place where you don't speak the language, you want to ask for something, you can quickly ask your watch and get the information that you need right then and there. Like something like, okay Google, how do you say where's the bathroom in Spanish? And there you go. So that actually does work. I mean, if you really need something like that in a pinch and you don't want to take out your phone or whatever real quickly, you can do that, and it's actually helpful. So I like things like that. I just don't like when it misses. It's really annoying when it misses. Let's see. Oh, okay, Google. What is the scientific name for a ball python? Okay, Google. I'm hungry. So just by saying that, it's going to give me a list of the nearest restaurants to me. And again, if I click on them, I can actually get directions to them right there. Or if I swipe back to the name and click on that, that's going to open up the web browser on my phone. If I unlock it, there it is. And it's going to go to either the website or the Google Plus page or whatever that restaurant might have with the ratings and everything else right on there for me, which is really helpful. And again, if I go back to here and click on the address, it'll give me the navigation app on the phone and again on the watch with turn-by-turn directions.
Head northwest on Harp Eagle, drive toward Bald Eagle Lane, then turn right onto Bald Eagle Lane.
Pretty handy. I actually like that very much. So let's get rid of that. And let's try a different one. Okay, Google. How old is Michael Jordan? There you go. So it actually gave us that information. All those trivia things, it does it really well every time, which is really nice. Okay, Google. Why does LeBron James flop so much? Alright, so that's just going to give you a web search for that. Obviously, it's not going to answer that question. Let me try something that I know doesn't work, that I think it should work. I mean, I just asked it, I told it that I was hungry, and it gave me all the restaurants. But if I say, okay, Google, I need a haircut. See, when I do that, you can see that it clearly understood what I said, but then it's just showing me an album, I guess, by Biz Markie that's called I Need a Haircut, and then some web searches. So it doesn't actually show me, which I think it should, barbershops or salons near me. So that's a bummer that it won't do that. Another thing that it won't do, which is not the watch's fault, but I think it's Google Now's fault, if I say something like, check my email. Again, it does a web search for it. It doesn't actually go on and check my email. Now, to be fair, when I do get a new email, it will pop up on the screen right away to tell me that I have a new one and I can reply or delete it or whatever I want to do with it. But I would like to be able to go back and just say, check my email and have it just give me real-time information on my emails that are there. Same thing with messages. If I have a text message that I dismissed, I can't bring it back again. So if I say, okay, Google, do I have any new messages? See, it goes ahead and does a web search. Again, unfortunately, it won't actually check those things for me. It understood what I said, but instead of actually showing me that information, it just does a web search for it. Who won the last Patriots game? Now you see, instead of telling me who won the last game, it's telling me when the next game is, which is tomorrow. So it's kind of weird that even though I'm asking for who won the last game, it's telling me about the next game. I don't want to know about the next one, and it's kind of weird that it doesn't do that. Okay, so here's one of those things that just pops up without me ever asking for it, without me doing anything. I was just sitting down watching TV right now, and all of a sudden this card popped up that says, Scandal, tomorrow at 9 o'clock on ABC, new episode, you may be interested in this TV show. Now Google knows that I've searched for that show before, and because of that, it just pops up letting me know that I might be interested in the fact that tomorrow there's a new episode coming up, and my watch just gave me a reminder without me ever setting it, without me doing anything at all. Okay, so here's a neat thing that it always does. Whenever I'm not at home and I stop someplace else, it always tells me how long it would take me to get from wherever I am to get back to my house. Right now it's telling me that there's no traffic. This little car icon here will be a different color. If there was, it would be red if there's like heavy traffic or whatever. Right now it's telling me I'm 34 minutes away from home. If I swipe this way, it's showing me the actual map with the traffic as it is right now, so you can see that up on the top here, those red lines telling me that there's heavy traffic in that area. And if I keep going, I can actually navigate home from wherever I am just by clicking on that. So that would open the GPS and give me turn-by-turn directions. Another thing that it always does is with the weather. So I just left my town, which is Winder, and that's always going to be there for the weather. It's telling me the rain, the wind, the weather, and everything else. But also the town that I'm currently at. So I just drove into Flowery Branch, Georgia, and it's telling me the temperature outside and everything else. But if I swipe this way, you always get the extra 4-day forecast, or 3-day forecast, I guess, on there. It's got today included. The steps is something that you always get to. It tells you how many steps you've taken so far. Now, that's not very accurate. It's actually pretty crappy. I mean, it's saying like 2,100 steps. I know I haven't walked that much while wearing the watch today, so I know that's not accurate. I mean, unless it's counting me driving here, I don't know how that will work. And then there's that severe thunderstorm warning for the area that I'm in right now. Just showed up without me asking. It's just letting me know that in this area there's a thunderstorm warning going on. Now this one's just a demo card that I pulled up for you guys, so you can see something else that it does. If I had a flight coming up and I got my reservation via my Gmail account, it would actually know that information already, and it would just pop up randomly to let me know if it's delayed, on time, that my flight is coming up, and all those things. So it will give me all the information on here, when it departs, the gate, the terminal, the whole thing. And that's actually pretty handy. I used that when my son was here, and it told me exactly what gate he was going to come in and everything else. So it's actually pretty good information to have, and it does actually work as far as popping up when you need it without you having to ask for it, which is pretty neat when it does that. Okay, so the watch actually comes with this little magnetic charging base that you see here. Now the watch itself has the connectors on the back, so you just get it close enough to the base. It just magnetically attaches that way, and that's it. Simple as that. You're already charging.
Okay, so after seeing all that, I just don't think that right now smartwatches are ready for mass consumption. For regular people to just strap it on their wrist and go about their business. I mean, they're nice, they do a lot of nice things, but a lot of times they just don't work, and that's the problem. If you're spending upwards of $200 for a watch, you really want to just do what it's advertised to do, and that's just not the case right now with Android Wear. Now that being said, they're always doing updates for us, so maybe in the future, a few months, a year or two from now, it'll be perfect, or at least close enough to that where I can recommend you spending your money. But for right now, I just can't. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.